So today I decided to cut my hair because I'm bored and I need to cut a little bit off the ends anyway. I'm gonna cut it inside. We'll see if I make a mess. So I usually trim my hair by myself. I think I'm gonna cut off a good amount today, like this much. This much, maybe? I don't know, we'll see. My hair is wavy, but I'm gonna straighten it a little bit just so it's easier to cut. So I'm gonna straighten my hair and I'll be right back. Okay, so I iron my hair really quick. It's easier to cut your hair if it's dry and if it's straightened because you can see exactly where it's gonna fall. So what you should do is part your hair down the middle all the way to the back. The reason I part it down the middle is because I flip my hair to both sides, so just to make sure that everything's even, I part it down the middle. If you part it on the side, on the right side or the left side, you would part it and then cut it that way. You should go from where your ear is to the top, make a line, and separate this. I'm just gonna put this to the back. And do the same thing on the other side from here to your ear, because this is the parts that frame your face. And then the back, you should separate depending on how thick your hair is. My hair is a little thick, so I have to get a little bit smaller section. So I'm gonna go from my ear back and I'm gonna make a straight line and bring this part to the front. So it's not a lot of hair, but it's easier to do little by little. And I have a comb, I have some scissors, and I have this like razor thing that I haven't tried. So we're gonna see if this thing works. But for now I'm just gonna use the scissors. This comb has two different like sides, so just make sure to pick one and to use that throughout your hair. Gonna comb it down and use your fingers as like a guide, as like imaginary scissors, and follow it down straight, and then just pick where you want to cut. I think I'm gonna cut that much off. We'll start there. So straight, and then instead of blunt cutting it, I'm gonna go at an angle and point cut. So it's a little more feathered at the end, and then you can go back and point into, like cut straight into your hair to feather it out. And if your hair is the same length throughout, your hair looks thicker. I have a lot of hair, so I like to put a little bit of layers so it's not as heavy. What we're gonna do is match it to the other side. So you bring it towards the center and you walk your fingers down all the way to the end, and you can see where you cut it. And then I'm gonna take it with the comb and point cut into it. And then you could just let it fall and see if it matched up. Yep, that's pretty good. Okay, that's the first part. Now we gotta do another section. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I put down the next section. I parted it down the middle. And you basically just do the same thing. Like you can see the guide. So I'm just gonna follow it and not talk because it's gonna be a very long video. Next section. I can't remember if I mentioned it, but I'm starting off doing everything one length, and then I'm going to add layers and stuff. Okay, so I just took all my hair down because these layers are too short that they won't reach the end, so, and I still have See this? I still have to cut that. So now it's very like thick towards the bottom. You can feel it. Ooh, how cool. Oh, they're straight, perfectly straight. Let's see if they're even. You could leave it like this. So I'm gonna do the like face framing and then decide if I want like a lot of layers. So let's put it down the middle. Doing this section again. So what you do is you do a triangle from where you went to part it. You do from here to your eyebrows, and you make a you make a V, a little triangle. You see that? From here to your eyebrow, from here to your eyebrow. So what you're gonna do is pull it straight down and cut it at the length you want. When you cut it like that, you get it already layered. So I'll just follow that down. It looks a little thin at the end right now, but once you bring it all the way through, it'll look better. It'll blend. I'm gonna start like here, part it down, and do it a section right next to it. So I get this little section, and I'm going to brush it straight out. And all you're gonna do is follow it up. Do a diagonal. That gives you a little bit of layers. Then you can part it from here. So the top layer is where you can add your layers. Put it down the middle. Nope, that's not the middle. Part it down the middle. I'm gonna put all this in a ponytail. So all of this in the back is very thick. So when you do a little bit of layers on here, you see I already have a few layers. It just adds movement and adds a little bit of volume even. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of volume here. Takes vertical sections, brush it straight out. So Here you have layered and then a blunt cut, so the bottom is very thick. I might want these a little bit shorter, so let's go back. I just went back really quick and decided to try something different. I cut a V right into it. So now it's very layered. I kind of like how that falls. I didn't use this. Should we try using it? Let's try using it here. I cut a little bit off. Ooh, that was a lot. I know that thing is supposed to make it more blended. I don't know if it's working or not. Okay, let me clean up and then I'll try and show you. If you can even tell, who knows? So long.